What is up? My name is Douglas Nyback. This is DNA. Zoom auditions are here to stay, so today we're going into the good, the bad, and the ugly about them and how to optimize your setup so that you can be auditioning over Zoom in a bookable way. Let's get into it. Zoom auditions are here to stay. Why are they here to stay? They're here to stay because it's cheaper for production. I'm a producer and I like that I don't have to spend as much money on casting. And it is also completely antithetical to good acting, which is a problem. So like any good innovation, it solves problems and it creates problems. Hopefully with innovation, you are trading in worse problems for better problems. I'm not entirely sure if that's the case with Zoom auditioning, and we're going to talk about that. First, I want to talk about the good. The good is that you don't have to leave your house. You don't have to wear pants if you don't want to. You can just wear sweatpants and a nice shirt. You can do everything that 9-to-5ers in the corporate world are doing on Zoom in an audition. Back in the day, every audition was in person, which meant that my entire day was about that audition. I'd go to the studio where I coached. I would coach a bunch of people in my mind. I'd constantly be going through the lines, and it would be about I got to get there in time, and then I'd get there, and then I'd get into a room in the waiting room with a room full of people who look exactly like me, and I would start to realize that maybe I'm not the unique and beautiful snowflake my mother told me I was, and then I would be like trying, some people would want to chat with you, and I would be like, I don't want to talk to you, but also I do because you're a nice person, but also I'm trying to do my audition, also you're my competition, but also I like you. And it's a complicated thing to be in an audition waiting room. You get called in, and then an in-person audition is very much the emotional equivalent of getting hit by a car. It's a good thing because there's a lot of nerves associated with it, and it's thrilling, and it makes you feel alive, and then sometimes you can also blow it, which makes you feel like you wish you would rather be dead, and it's life in the room was complicated. It's much lower stakes via Zoom. So that's good. It also means they can see more people. Zoom in tandem with self-tapes mean that more actors are being seen for roles. This is also a good thing. It solves the problem, which is that they could only bring a limited number of bodies into an in-person audition, which meant that the talent pool they would see was pretty small. It creates a problem now because the talent pool is fucking gigantic, which means that your competition pool is actually way, way, way deeper. So if you're a new actor, you're getting seen for stuff that it probably would have taken you a lot longer to get into those rooms. If you're an established actor, you're going up against a much broader talent pool than you would have if they were just doing in-person auditions. That's the good. The opportunities are plentiful and they're more convenient. What's the bad? Well, Zoom has an inherent delay. It's like microseconds, but it's always there. And your body is hardwired through 40,000 years of evolution to believe that if you say something and somebody doesn't respond right away, your body thinks that that person is lying to you, which means it thinks with its lizard brain that that person is going to kill you. This is not the best thing to happen to your nervous system in an audition. There's a bevy of technical things that can go wrong. There is lag. It's completely dependent on your Wi-Fi. You used to be able to get away with whatever Wi-Fi. Now, every actor that I know, I'm you need to get the most expensive Wi-Fi you can because you're auditioning online and you can't have lag. If there are technical difficulties, you want it to be on their side, not yours. It adds stress. You have to create your own lighting. You have to make sure you look good. But there's so much more. You used to be able to walk into the room, it was all set up for you, you'd do your acting, you'd leave. But everything else was handled by casting. Now it's all handled by you. And you don't get paid for any of it because that's the way it works to be an actor. They're like, can we get them to do more shit for free? And then they do because we want the jobs. So that's kind of the way it is. There's nothing more antithetical to performance than a screen between you and the person you're acting with. This is my main issue with Zoom audition. It is really difficult to connect to somebody, really emotionally connect to somebody when you're not in the room with them. It adds a not insubstantial hardship to your job as a performer, which is to connect to another human being and go through an experience. It's just not easy to do with a pinned window on a computer screen. And this is where I think it is the biggest disservice to performers. This is where I think it's the most unfair. They're asking us to prove that we can do what the script requires us to do, and then they're putting us into a position that is not particularly conducive to doing it. You're not being set up for success, and it's not changing. So my rule of thumb with this is there is no life without suffering. So choose your suffering, and then you're not a victim to it. And in this case, you can either be pissed about the challenges of Zoom auditioning and create victimhood within your suffering, or you can be like, well, I want to be an actor, this part of it sucks, but It's what I choose. That's what today is all about. How are we gonna do that? I'm gonna show you my setup. I'm gonna show you what I do. I'm gonna show you my tricks. I'm gonna show you how to set yourself up optimally for Zoom auditions. We're gonna turn all this around and we're gonna get up on Zoom camera and we're gonna make it easy for you. That's what's happening next. So there you go. Hey, you've reached the middle of the video. This is where I say thanks for being here. Hopefully this video is helping you. My whole goal with this channel is to be a lighthouse for actors who may need a direction in which to point their ship. I would love it if you would like and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you comment down below, anyone who comments is entered to win a free Foundations program. The Foundations program is my online acting course that gives you literally everything you need to know to craft a bookable audition from conception to completion, i.e. getting it up on camera. How to build a character, how to create clear relationships and relationship dynamics. It's all available to you. And if you comment, you're entered to win a free one. I love that for you. Also, if you really want to support the channel, check out the Patreon. You get access to all my online courses there as well. I'm going to stop talking now and we'll get it back into the video. I appreciate you. Oh, hey, hi there. Hi. This is a Zoom setup. So as you can tell, it's a little ridiculous. It's a music stand with a shoebox on it and a laptop and lights. Having good light makes a huge difference. The reason why I have the shoebox on, silly though it may be, is so that I can have the laptop up high enough so that I can have a slightly downward angle to the camera, because nobody looks good being filmed from down to up. Brad Pitt doesn't look good when it's just nostrils. It's not good. I've got a blue backdrop here behind me. This is painted so that I can use it in a scene if I want to lean up against it. I can do all that. This is your typical setup. What you want to do is take your reader and pin them. And then what I do is I shrink it and I put them in a place that's relatively tight to where the camera is, which is like up and over as much as I can. But if I'm being very honest, this is what I would encourage you to do. Have the reader, in this case it's Dahlia's picture, who is my amazing producer. She's the freaking best. The reason why I put this here is that so there's not a huge gap between the camera and my eye line. The thing is, I don't like having the eye line be that disconnected from where the camera is. So what I do is I use this invention called tape on my laptop beside the camera, and generally in an audition like this, that's what I use as my eye line. So this is my reader one, put one on the other side of the camera so that I can have reader two, so first character, second character, and that has me working with the strange camera that they make us use in Zoom auditions, which is not designed for auditioning. It's like a terrible webcam and a laptop that's a fisheye lens, which is why the eye line looks so drastic going from the camera down all the way to here to talk to the reader. It is better to connect with your reader from a performance standpoint if you can, and aesthetically, I do this because I translate much better. I don't hide self-view because I'm an acting coach and I've been watching myself for 2 decades, and I do kind of actually even like having my face on the screen, because that way in the middle of my audition, some window in my brain can be open being like, hey, this looks good, this is translating the way you want it to. That might destroy your soul. And if it does, don't do it. Hide yourself. For me, I keep it so that I know that the audition is translating the way I need it to, because I don't like the setup of Zoom and I want to be able to control it. So I'm going to show you how to do the hide self view. So this is me up here. You click on these little dots, the 3 dots, and then you go down to here and you go hide self view. And then I'm gone. And then I'm gone. And I no longer know how deep my eyes are. I don't know how this is translating, which is why I don't like it. Because even already, it's giving me anxiety, because I'm like, is it even rolling? Am I experiencing technical difficulties? I don't know. And I don't like it. I don't like it. That is essentially that. It's not super complicated, but having this setup goes a long way in making it feel like an actual audition for them, rather than making it feel like they're just watching you in your living room or something. How you aesthetically translate in an audition, even if it's Zoom, does matter. I would love to tell you it doesn't. You picked the job in front of the camera. You want to set yourself up for as much success as you possibly can. Is it fair that you have to create a setup? No. Do you have to create a setup? Yes. Okay, Zoom auditions not going anywhere. You got to get good at them, and I really, really hope that this video helped you do that. If you have any questions, comments, confusions, or complaints, let me know in the comments down below. Gentle reminder, anybody who does comment is entered to win one of the Foundations programs for free. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for giving us your time, and go be people.